Now that's just online shopping, and if we look at the whole online thing, there's also online banking, another facet to it, which is not really catching on here in Malaysia, is it?
I think online banking is actually catching on in Malaysia. A lot of the banks do have very good online portals, as well as one of our largest banks in Malaysia seems to have a very successful portal. They have even branched off to creating a cyber mall. So I think online banking is catching off.
How receptive are the people towards this service?
Well, I think that service has already been around for the past, I think, 5-6 years, and people have gotten used to the idea. And for instance, like myself and my colleagues, we prefer to use the online banking because it's convenient. I have never use the online banking because it's convenient. I have never set foot back into the branch ever since I started using online banking.
Okay.
Just maybe to drop off the check.
Right. So, Lincoln, how do you think it's possible for us to have a more secure online experience? Like, what's your advice to customers?
Right. There are a number of things. One, as I said, choose a very reputable website. Do not simply just go and get the cheapest deal from any company that you see online. There are a lot of fake websites that supposedly offers goods, but ultimately,
especially those who send you like some unsolicited.
Yes, one of those things. Unsolicited email, never look at it. You know, it's spam, delete it.
Just click it and report it as spam.
Exactly, trash it away as soon as possible. The other is your own personal information security. There has been a lot of identity theft, so you need to be careful on that. One is the reputation of the website. A reputable website will always make sure that the site is secure. The details that you enter is normally encrypted, so it's very difficult for someone to obtain their information there. And as I said, you look at the bottom of your browser, you will normally see a padlock there. You can click on it and see what sort of security they have available there. And of course, do not respond to or do not provide your information, especially your credit card details, over email. You know, put it on that whatever site that they have for you to fill in your credit card. But if you suddenly get an email from customer service saying that they lost a credit card or anything, do not respond by giving your credit card out again.
I see.
Yeah.
Very interesting. There are lots of companies out there who like to use these links, like you said earlier. So they might be using reputable company names. So do we still avoid the links totally?
Generally, yes. I've supposedly received emails from eBay, for instance, which I've actually sent it off to their customer service to verify whether it's from them. And it wasn't from them, even though the link looks very similar. It could be just a matter of one alphabet or one character that is different would send you to a different site altogether that looks alike. So be very careful with clicking on links.
There you go.
So what's your advice to retailers then? Those are doing business, online business.
Well, retailers in Malaysia, they need to know that the customers go online for convenience and for bargain. So one thing is that their site must be very user friendly. If you take a look at a lot of the online sites, it's a matter of clicks. Within 3 to 4 clicks, you've chosen your item and you've managed to purchase it. And then the other thing is that it has to be a bargain. I notice a lot of retailers in Malaysia do not update their details, their promotional details and all. So ultimately, I look at the price. The goods are outdated. The prices are exorbitant because they have never been refreshed. So you need to actually monitor your site. It has to be your store. You treat it the same way as your physical store. And if better still, if you can put special promotions online, that's even better.
Now, if I'm a new company, I don't have the reputation of one of those reputable companies.
Right.
So how do I get my product noticed, and how do I get people to actually buy it online?
Well, that's a wonderful thing. In Malaysia now, we have actually a couple of cyber malls who actually does all this work for you. You go up to them and say, hey, I want to put my products in your cyber mall, and they help you do it. They set it up for you. They make sure that you are a reputable company, that you will honor the agreement, and they will set up the whole chain for you, so that the payments, processing, the delivery and everything, and all you have to do is supply the products. So that's a very good start of getting online.
Yeah, that is a very good
So what
start.
is your future forecast of online shopping in Malaysia?
Well, it's actually fairly a big market in Malaysia, and we expect it to still continue growing very big. for 2007, we expect it to grow about 37%. In 2006, it was approximately $3 billion US of
$3 billion US.
online purchases. And over the 5-year period, it's going to be over 20% growth.
Wow.
What are the target sectors that you can see booming?
Wow. Financial, travel-related, entertainment and content. Those are the key areas that we see will be one of the first few areas to take off. Physical goods will be a bit more difficult because the fact that we have a lot of shopping malls and Malaysians do like to spend their weekends in the shopping malls. Yeah, so those are the things that might not be so fast taking off at the moment.
I see. But when you talk about like using a credit card, let's say to pay, let's say if it's an international or let's say to pay, let's say if it's an international or it's a retailer who is from overseas,
Sure.
there are times where you can't use your credit card, your local credit card from Malaysia, right? Are there certain industries that you can't actually use your credit card?
Well, there are certain industries. I believe online gambling is one industry that you can't use a credit card.
Industry.
Yes, if you can call it an industry. But generally, it's the retailers or the merchants who block your credit card, or their card processing company blocks your credit card, because at one point Malaysia was known to be one of the highest credit card fraud countries. So Malaysia, there are certain companies or sites that will not accept your credit card. So, but it's generally the bigger companies will do accept your credit card. Places like Amazon, eBay would have no problems processing your credit card.
There you go. So it's relatively easy to go online.
It is.
It is something that people shouldn't be that scared of.
No.
So is there any education going around helping people understand that they don't have to be afraid of online shopping?
I think there's a lot more negative information going around. You see a lot of every other month you see of security attacks and all that, and that scares people of losing their few 100,000 stored in their bank. But generally, it's a growing awareness. I think certain companies have helped to boost this awareness, and some of the cyber malls are also aggressively pushing out their portals. So it's slowly growing, but it's not an aggressive promotion or education campaign. It goes along with the growth of our IT awareness, our IT savviness in our country. Yeah.
I see. Okay, thank you very much, Lincoln.
Thank you very much.
It's
Great
good to
having
have
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I might be doing more online shopping. I'm
That's
just
good to hear.
limited to traveling so far.
But just imagine if you just sit in your house and just face the computer screen and just do
Yeah.
whatever online. It's kind of boring, isn't it?
I don't know.
You lose out on your social life.
I don't mind. Addicted to shopping. What can I say? Thank you very much for joining us in this first segment. We will be back covering blood cancer in our next topic.
So don't go away. Stay tuned to RTM2.